Good afternoon, fellow classmates and professor. Today I want to share with you on the topics that I chose for my informative and my persuasive speech. I'm going to start off with the persuasive speech, and the topic that I chose was domestic violence. The general purpose is to persuade my audience. The specific purpose is to persuade my audience that there is more we can do as a community to fight against domestic violence. Some women never leave because they think there is no way out. We must create more avenues where God's love is manifested in such a way that they and their children can be restored. The thesis for this persuasive speech says as following: domestic violence is spoken about today more than ever, but there is still a long road ahead. Women can put an end to this not only with God's love, but also with tools that can be handed to these women. For my informative speech, I chose the topic of psychology, and the general purpose is to inform my audience. The specific purpose is to inform my audience how a psychologist can provide proper tools for those who are experiencing difficulties either from their past or present situations. Anyone in this career can glorify God by helping, loving, and caring for others. The thesis for the informative speech says as following: if you have a heart for others, are a good listener, and desire to help and equip those going through various levels of difficulties, then psychology might be a great career for you. All while being able to fulfill one of the greatest commandments: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, found in Matthew 22:39. As for my informative speech, I chose psychology for it because it is a degree that I am currently working on. There are many God-valued qualities that can be promoted through this career, such as ethics, respect, confidentiality, trust, support, and above all, love towards others. Now, for me, choosing domestic violence for my persuasive speech is it's a very personal thing. I suffered domestic violence, not to my person, but I suffered it as a daughter, and I'm a living witness of the effects this causes not only to the women who live it, but to their children as well. My dream since I was a little girl is to have a transitional home for women and their children, where we shower them with the love of God, but also help them and give them the tools they need to get on their feet again. The God-valued outcome proposed here is found in Mark 12:31. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than this. Listening to speeches like these can help inform how God can manifest in the psychological field, and how domestic violence is still real in our midst, but that we may be empowered to do something, as little as it may seem, that they may understand that you and I can make a difference. Have a great afternoon.